Hey y'all, good morning. I can't believe it is time now to go over the TBR for the autumn equinox that we're going back to Orilium. My character and me, we're super excited. If this is your first video here, hi, I'm Morgan and I'm going to go over all the books for my classes and which classes I'm doing for the autumn equinox to finish out my first year in Orilium. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so first, my character, we're just gonna say K because the name I picked I can't even pronounce. I do this, I don't know why I have this problem. But we're going to the Orilium Academy to be a scribe, and after the autumn equinox, as long as I finish all my books, I will be a novice, I think is how that works, right? That's the first step, yes, because this is only my first year. In autumn though, there are so many more requirements because you actually have to pass some of the classes with a specific letter grade. And for a scribe, I have to take elemental studies, and I just have to get an O in elemental studies, and that is to read a book with the title of, or with the word earth on the title, or I think she even said it could be like a picture of the earth as well, I think in her description video. So for elemental studies, even though I do have another book that I could do for this one, but I was like, no, this is big. Let's try to limit the big books. That way you can actually get everything done. But I'm going to do a sci-fi classic because I found Journey to the Center of the Earth on Kindle Unlimited, and it is like an illustrated interactive version of it. I don't know, somehow I'm going to need to find a screen capture to show you what the book looks like because the previews of it were super cool and beautiful looking. And it also has an audiobook accompaniment. So yay! Should definitely be able to get elemental studies finished because Journey to the Center of the Earth is kind of a small book to begin with, and an audiobook accompaniment means I can do it. And then elemental studies is passed. And then we have to get a D in inscription, so that means I have to answer all of the prompts. For O, we're doing the glyph tidy, so a book from the end of the year TBR. And I did the mid-year freak out tag. I don't know that the video will ever actually get posted because it's kind of past the mid-year point now, and yeah, I have no scheduled time to post it because there's so many other things. But the one of the books that I said I need to finish before the end of the year is One Dark Window by Rachel Gelling, because the sequel is coming out at the end of the year and so many people have raved about this book. Unfortunately, I don't have an audio companion to this one without like buying it from Audible. And I don't know that I want to because I already have the physical one. So, but yes, I want to read this one. In this one, they have the magic system of tarot cards. And our main character, Elspeth, has a spirit trapped inside of her that she calls the Nightmare, and he protects her, keeps her secrets, and but something happens and she meets this mysterious highwayman on the forest road, and I guess they have sparks and stuff, and they're trying to cure a town from the dark magic infecting it. Horrible description, I'm sure. I could have just read it. I don't know why I didn't, but we're going to move on. We're going to move on because there's so many books. So that's the first one. Then the next letter to pass for inscription would be Q, was wards or shields. So it needs a shield on the cover or a shield in the title. So for that one, I'm going to be starting The Rising of a Shield Hero. This unfortunately is volume 4, but I do have volume 1 coming, and that one actually does have the shield on the cover. So that counts, and they're incredibly short. So that works too. And then I'll have volume 1 and 4, so I hopefully, if I enjoy volume 1, I will find 2 and 3 and just, will I read all 4 in August? Probably not. Maybe though. Maybe, because it's not like it takes very long for a manga. So, do I know what this series is about at all? No. But it had a shield on the cover. Main character gets summoned to a parallel universe, maybe. That's what it says. I don't know if this is the description though for this one or for the series in general, so I'm not going to read it. Moving on though. For our D in inscription would be advanced penmanship. Read a book that is not a debut. And for that one, I picked the sequel. This way I can finally read it. And that's Children of Ruin by Adrian Tchaikovsky. And I also was able to find the audiobook for this one at the library, shockingly enough. They don't have the first one. And I don't think they have the last one in the trilogy either, but they had this one. It was really weird. It's beautiful, and it's purple. This one, though, follows Children of Time. Yes, Memories, last one. As the last survivors of Earth have been on a space flight for millennia, going to this utopian planet that some ancient Earth peoples were to have created to seed life out in the universe before the collapse of Earth. And so this is their last chance, is a home for humans. But when they get there, it's not exactly empty of life as they believed, and they are pitted against what is already there on the planet and who will inherit the planet of this utopian place. It was so good. I loved it so much. I really did. So I'm looking forward to this one, and what was set up from the end of the last one. Okay, and then all I need is an O in Restoration, which is Induced Sleep. And that one just is to start a book for before bed. So for this one, I'm gonna put my arc into this one and read Starter Villain by John Scalzi. Look at the cover of this. Look at the cover and be like, awesome. I'm looking forward to this one. In it, a man wants to open a coffee or a tea shop. That's kind of all he wants, but he inherits this villain business from his uncle, which comes with, you know, an island, volcanic lair, a boss cat, and all the people who had it out against his uncle. And it goes from there. There's more to the description for sure, but that's what I remember right now, and that's okay going in. After I read it, I will be able to tell you more, hopefully, about it, or the description a bit better. I like his humor though. So far, I've only read the one, but I liked it a lot. So I'm hoping this will be similar. I'm hoping. And then we have Lure, which I need a Q, so I have to read O and Q. And O is Tale of the Guide, a bookseller's recommendation. And for this, one of my fellow guildmates in the Archivist recommended GraceLink. She's a librarian. And I have never read this series, and since it's an older YA, I'm also hoping that it'll go well, because while I have high hopes for One Dark Window, a lot of newer YA does not hit right. It could have been like the older YA just hit right because I was in that particular age range, you know, but I'm hoping it goes well, because a lot of people were like, oh yes, I love GraceLinks in the Discord, so I'm hoping it goes well. I've seen this series everywhere before, and I can get the audiobook accompaniment. I do not remember what GraceLink is about though at all. She has an ability. I think she's the assassin for her king, because her ability is war type, assassin-y type, and somebody shows her that it's more than what she thinks and she rebels or something. Great description. Great description. And then for Q though is Cursed Cloaks, and it has to be one with clothing on the cover. It can't have a person in the clothing, that counts. And so for this, I'm gonna do Morgan Is My Name by Sophie Kittich. This one is a Morgan Le Fay retelling where, you know, she's somewhat empowered, and that's all I needed to know though. It's Morgan Le Fay and her taking her own power and everything, and she's not going to be the villainy person, I don't believe, in this one, so yay. I'm okay with this. I like it. I can't wait to read it. Okay. And I'm also going to try to do the Implant Quest, which, you know, you have to fill in the five spokes on their wheel, right? Let's go to the page. Yeah, let's go to the page. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spokes on the wheel. And the books have to fit into the various spokes, and they have to be able to connect to each other. Some people were able to do this with just one book. I was not, mostly because of the page count range. So let's see, this one first. Okay, well, okay, because it goes this way, so we're going to say start at night, and so I'll start Golden Sun at night, and it's from an author I've read before, and it's between 400 and 450 pages. right? Please be between it. When I looked it up, it was. Yes, just barely. It's 442 pages. So this is the first book for my Impling, and this is the second book in the Red Rising saga, though. We're still following Darrow, and right after the events of Red Rising, where of course he has risen up to be this figure in the revolution, kind of, as they are fighting against the Golds, who are oppressing. That was not in the original description, was it? The Reds, though, were pretty much slave labor. They're used to do the mining of the helium-3 so that everyone can terraform the solar system. And the Golds believe they're empowered because they're strong and they're meant to be empowered. They're perfect. It was really good. And it's a horrible description. But we followed Darrow in his quest to fix society. Well, not even that noble. He just wants to take down the Golds, who have been oppressing and murdering his people for forever. And it is dark and it is bloody, and it was really, really fun. Good time as through their college war game thing that they did. And the second part, because that does not fit all the prompts, would be one letter appears twice. Oh wait, that one actually would have fit for that too, I suppose. But it doesn't fit for the next one. So for the other one is going to be The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. And this one, what appears twice? The eyes. It's two eyes. Okay, or I could have said two S's in her name, I suppose. And let's see, the second part is it was released this year or last. It came out last year. And it's blue on the cover, any amount. And there's a lot of blue. The cover itself is like this very dark blue, and then it's got blue grass flowers and also blue sprayed edges. This one didn't fit in the page count thing though, so that's fine. It couldn't have gone in that first one. It's a very tiny book. And this one, I don't even remember what it's about much. Nope. Winnie Wednesday wants nothing more than to join the Luminaries, the ancient order of protectors that protects Winnie's town and the rest of humanity from the monsters and nightmares that rise in the forest of Hemlock Falls every night. But ever since her father was exposed as a witch and traitor, Winnie and her family have been shunned. But on her 16th birthday, she can take the deadly Luminary Hunter trials and prove herself true and loyal and restore her family's good name, or die trying. So it sounded cool. That's why I have kept it. And I believe the sequel for this one is also set to come out kind of soon. Or is this a standalone? I no longer remember. Yay me. This might be everything I'm reading for August. It's also going to depend on, you know, if I manage to finish these, if I want to maybe do the next part of the alchemy quests. I don't know what that one is yet because I'm still in the current prompt. So it's going to depend. Possibly I'm halfway through. I don't know. I'm trying to count by how many I've heard other people say there are books. But it's also subjective to how many books you read for it. So like, I don't know. And there's also the little calling certificate thingies. Yeah, like for Dragon Rider and stuff. Like I know so many people are probably doing Fourth Wing and stuff, but I don't know. I want to, but at the same time, I don't want to be rushed to read it yet. I don't have time. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So it's not on my TBR. Maybe more things will be added depending on if I finish these. It doesn't seem like a lot just sitting here looking at it. But when I look at it written down, it looks like more, well, probably because I'm missing some physical copies and stuff, but we shall see. I'd love to know though what your TBRs are going to be, how they're shaping up, if you figured out what you're reading, how many of you might be doing the Orilium Readathon as well, and what your callings are. And if you're new here and haven't yet, I hope you like this video and maybe we consider subscribing so you can see more cool unboxings like this, or catch every Monday's video of the new releases every week where we talk about all the new books coming out that week so we can all find more awesome books to read. I hope you're having a great day and finding something awesome to read. I'll see y'all later. Bye.